These are images from 1943 when Bengal suffered one of the worst famine in the history of modern India. Up to 3 million people died of starvation and diseases aggravated by malnutrition and lack of health care. But this disaster wasn't natural. It was man-made, caused by heartless British administration whose wartime policies diverted from India, leading to the disaster. The Famine Inquiry Commission appointed by British Indian government in 1944 to investigate the calamity concluded that the shortage in rice production was the major reason. But was that really true? No. The scarcity was caused by large-scale export of food grains from India for use in the war theatres and consumption in Britain. India exported more than 70,000 tons of rice between January and July 1943, even as the famine set in. The British were so focused on the Second World War and feeding their army that they let shortage in India get out of hand. Further, wartime inflation, speculative buying and panic hoarding diverted from open market to the black market. Prices skyrocketed and were beyond the reach of poor people. Next, preferential distribution was given to workers in the high priority war industries to prevent them from leaving their position, thus diverting supplies from calamity-struck villages. Also, the British military ordered the removal and destruction of several boats in anticipation of a Japanese invasion via eastern Bengal borders. Fishermen were not only out of jobs, but also this broke down the transport system for the movement of rice. In March 1942, the occupation of Rangoon by Japan had cut off the import of Burmese rice into India. Next, a severe cyclone storm in October 1942 ravaged croplands. Fungal sprays spread across the region, resulting in the spread of the crop diseases. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, though a war hero in Britain, has been severely criticized for his handling of a Bengal famine. In fact, he ignored the relief measures required in India, saying it wasn't his responsibility. What is more ridiculous that his statements during the war period were obnoxious and unforgivable. His response to an urgent relief of food stocks for India was, "If food is so scarce, why Gandhi hasn't died yet? Famine or no famine, Indians would breed like rabbits." After the mishandling of famine, the British administration made matters worse by not accepting their mistake. Nobel laureate economist Amartya Sen, in his book Poverty and Famines, one curious aspect of Bengal famine was that it was never officially declared as a famine. The response to the Bengal famine of 1943 by British was slow. Meanwhile, it was a number of private groups and voluntary workers that came forward with donations of money, food and clothes. The calamity destroyed the social fabric of Bengal. Families were torn apart and millions became homeless. Millions succumbed to poverty. It would be only appropriate to call the Bengal famine as one of the most shameful chapters in the history of India. Thanks to Mr. Churchill.